So let's just go back to the next. Now let's see. I don't think I have any chunks, so I can't upgrade the weapon anymore. Oh, I have one. Okay, that's even better. No shards. I can't touch the sticky bow here, which is kind of weird. I guess it's that far removed from his expertise. It's fine, Shill. He's probably just eating. At this point, I can start giving myself a little bit extra stats for damage. I generally like to focus on health, because health is really useful. I'm kind of eating in the middle of loading. Demon Souls does that thing that Dark Souls 3 does really well, where it will load. The Nexus is so small, if you go back to the Nexus and then immediately back to the world that you were just in, the level usually loads within about 10 seconds. And it made me think about how Dark Souls 3 does it. Like, when you teleport back to Firelink Shrine, there's a fog wall around the building because they're still loading the area around. They thought it would be a good idea to make people do that. Me personally, I thought it was kind of a bad idea, considering how fast the game should have been running by default. Got him. Now I just gotta kill these guys. Well, I didn't realize I was two-handing. Whoops. There's a bag dude here. I forgot about him. Oh, that guy dropped something. Alright, take care, Shultube. Thanks for stopping by. Shard of Spider Stone! I can get a +4 spider weapon now. Nice. And more clear stuff. I love it when the game gives me random material I can use. Alright. Let's go down here. There's some lizards I can farm down here. Not really any point, mind you, for I think I can get a lot of clear stone off of them, so I might as well do it. This is pretty much the only reason I would ever come over here, just to kill a couple of lizards. Because all the lizards in World 2 drop, or every lizard past World 2 1 will drop clear stone. Almost as if they intended the player that comes here to use it. Because technically, clear stone is a more useful material, but only by like 10 or 12 points of difference in damage. So it's like, I'm not really sure what else to say. Originally, I would have just been playing the game in a way that I got like normal weapons. But then Milty Milt, another Demon Souls guy, streamer type person on Twitch. It was from his videos that I saw that clear stone is actually a more beneficial material to get, because the game gives you so much of it in this area that you're pretty much going to get a clear stone weapon before a straight regular weapon. Oh, the other guy got away. Oh well. Chunk. Nice. Oh shit, he didn't get away. Don't you love it when they think you lost interest, so they just stop running? It's great. Alright, that's all of them. So let's just get out of here. Alright. +3, not bad. Which one is the fastest to do? I guess I'll go this way. I can get some chunks. There's a red phantom that drops chunks. And then there's like a set chunk drop on the ground. I'll kill this one again, I guess. Or not. Never mind. I'm not even gonna try. Just go back this way. Fight some phantoms. That's the attack I wanted earlier, you butthole. Thanks. Kind of him to give me the attack I didn't want. Right now, anyway. Alright, so... I can stand, like, right here. And I can catch some lizards when they drop down. If I was really good, I could get both of them, but... No, I'm not that good. Oh, hey. There we go. Shards. And then... He disappeared? No, he's still running. Alright. Kill these red phantoms, because, like I said, these guys drop... Or, drop... They drop, one of them drops clear stone. I want to say one drops chunks of dragon stone, the other one drops chunks of clear stone. And they're using clubs, which are pretty poor. If you want to knock a dude around, use a club. Okay, which one is it? Which one? This one? Or this one? Not this one, so this one. Cool. There's a corpse over here with a clear stone on it. Sometimes that orb kills me, or sometimes it hits me, sometimes it doesn't. It's kind of weird. This is the first time I came across patches. So...
Oh, you're not mad like the rest, are you? jolly travelling companions are we. Pleased to meet you. Call me Patches. Oh, see that treasure over there? Go on and take it. My gift to you, just to show that we're friends. Phew, I'm glad to meet you. These soul-starved imbeciles will drive you mad.
What a good guy, giving me a treasure.
My apologies. It's just not your day. As promised, the treasure is all yours. If you survive, that is.
Where's he looking? He's like looking off on the into the background. And then he just sort of runs. He thinks I'm stuck, but I'm not. You could kill the bear bug. The bear bug explodes, does a huge AoE damage, and it hits him. So you could say that's a way of getting back at him. Or you can just get out of it like that.
You! How did you do that? Worry not. The treasure is all yours. Tough luck with the bear bugs, but you certainly showed them, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Here it is. The treasure. Safe and sound. Go on. Take it. Take it.
What a nice guy giving me a ring I already had one copy of. Good to know Patches has got my back in these situations. I need to remember where... There's another chunk of clear stone down here somewhere. I can't for the life of me ever remember where it is. I want to say it's down there near where those rock worms kind of just show up. That soul there is a trap. Dragonstone. Crystal lizard. Let's get him. Oh, hey. Hey. Good. Clear stone and chunk. Nice. Let's kill him one more time. If you want to get large shards, guaranteed guy for those is here, right here. He's not especially expensive, but he's not cheap either. And you don't want to stand here too long, because bear bugs will just show up on your location and knock him off. They've done it to me before. It's kind of funny how that worked. He wasn't aggroed or anything. They just sort of pushed him off with their collision. It's like, come on, game. Clear stone, nice. Hard stone. Okay, so that wasn't it. I don't know how I was able to walk through that, but I did. I gotta go back up. I think that's where the chunk is. The idea here is to get a weapon to +4 at least as fast as possible. Oh, now it hits me, but of course. But of course. How that guy over there saw me, I don't know. Hey. Chunk, clear. Wow. Nice. Alright, I got what I needed, so I'm getting out of here. Shards, chunks. That should be a +4. I'll get another chunk though because the chunk's still here. Heal waiting for this guy. Oh, it's just a shard. I was mistaken. Love that when that happens. Navigating in this menu is like cutting through a very cold piece of butter. He's already running. Wasn't expecting him to be that aggro that quick. Shards, okay. Alright, let's get out of here. I'm gonna go clear World 4 once, I guess. Oh wait, I'm going the wrong way. Whoops. Hit the wall. Yeah, I'm probably gonna not even use the bow. I always try to work a bow into the run and it's like, nah, I already know I can beat the game without a bow, so I don't need it. Though the bow definitely makes things easier. So I need 2 chunks and a pure stone. So at least I only need to farm one area for those. There's one crystal lizard that drops nothing but clear stone chunks and sometimes pure stone. Get rid of that. I guess I'll keep that in the event I accidentally die. Oh wait, do I have any souls? 1.
Soul of the mind, key to life's ether. Soul of the lost, withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength outmain that.
Okay. Let's go and clear World 4. Oh, I never talked to him, so he didn't come over here. But of course. I forgot you actually have to talk to Blige. fastest way to deal with this guy is drop down behind him, and the time it takes for him to turn around is usually more than enough for you to get in a couple of hits. And then, of course, Patches moves here, too.
Oh, hello again. Hey, don't turn a cold shoulder. I didn't mean to do you wrong.
I saw a hole. I couldn't resist.
Heavens! Did you fall for that little devil's trap? Well, I did the same. He fooled me, and now I am stuck here. The reverberations seem to suggest that we are connected to the outside, but have prayed.
Are we? Because, I mean, how else did I get down here other than from outside? And then Red Phantom boy. Whoa, what the hell kind of roll attack?
But pray with me, Umbasa.
Okay, let's go talk to Patches again. He didn't realize he threw us into a room with an angry Red Phantom. Easy mistake. But at least I got the treasure. That was what he was looking for, right? I did Patches good.
You. Hey, look, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean what I said.
It happens to the best of us.
I mean, a man's got to make a living, right? Here, look. I can make up for it. There aren't many humans like us. We need to stick together. I know. Here, take this as a token of my friendship. You've seen one of these before, surely.
No, I've never seen one of these at the moment. I know where one is, I just haven't gone there to get it yet. Didn't mean to roll, but dropped inputs or something. Like I said, skeletons hate fire. They hate fire like crazy. Not really sure what the deal is with them hating that stuff, but it just makes them writhe in agony. Okay. No, I thought that the soul remains would actually do something to this one. It didn't. I guess I threw it in an area he couldn't see. So Death is controlling them. Here's Death. Bye, Death. I'll see him later. He always shows up later. Whoa. Somebody was firing a laser beam at me from like 20 feet away. I guess I'll get these items. I don't really need them. Hey, I knew you were there, punks. Enemies, the only shadow men in the area that aren't affected by the death of Death. Let's heal. Ow. Trying to get away. There we go. That prevents me from having to stop right there, because I don't like stopping for that guy. Okay. This area is so weird. It's like, if I'm trying to think about the lore of the area for a second, they build it up to be like this one mythical place that was like a worship, or like a shrine for worshiping gods. But when you get here, everything that you are told is supposed to be one thing is actually another. If that makes any sense. Like, when you learn about the Adjudicator, you learn that the Adjudicator is supposed to be a god that judges the sinful. But when you get to the Adjudicator, it turns out he's just a demon that indiscriminately kills people, just to eat them. And he's actually being controlled by a golden bird that sits on his head. Almost to the point that it gets off on killing and causing pain. And then when you fight the old hero, you're led to believe that the old hero was like this, well, his name implies he's supposed to be some very, like a deific representation of a person from this mythology. But then it turns out he was like sacrilegious. He did something sacrilegious or something of that nature, and he ends up being tortured and punished as a result. Like his lips were removed from his face, almost as if for punishment. Almost like his face was pecked off by birds. And then when you fight the Storm King, turns out it is yet another representation of like some being that gets off on causing pain on others as well as itself. Because like it fires like these barbed torpedoes out of its back, and there's a lot of blood when it does it, to the point that it almost looks like it is intentionally hurting itself just to hurt you. Like this, for example, there's just a podium right here where a corpse is just laid. Like there's all this reverence for the dead, and then when you get here, everybody, it turns out it's not that they have a reverence for the dead, it's just more like they like killing people. It's like, why is the game telling me that this place was once worshipped as a place for the gods, and then it turns out most of the gods, most of what they think is God is actually just nasty monsters that like getting off on hurting everybody. Can't save that for the old hero though. He likes he just likes stumbling around blind, doesn't he? I guess we can watch the cutscene. Yeah, like you notice his lips have been removed, and it's also implied that his eyes got removed. So it's almost like he kept talking, so they removed his mouth, and he did something he wasn't supposed to, so they removed his eyes. But it was like a statue up to that point, so he turned into like this monster's like a representation of something that's been corrupted. I like that attack. It looks dangerous, and then it turns out it's not. That one too. I feel like Him and Penetrator have some of the most convoluted looking attacks. Because it looks like they intentionally mess with their animations just to throw the player off. And you're gonna see FromSoft do that a lot in the later games where the enemies have like delayed attacks just to throw you off of your timing. So yeah, otherwise a very uneventful boss. You can just keep attacking him, and then when he does that, you know, like throw the curtain aside and lets you know that he sees you or he knows you're there, he will be staggered once more after that animation ends. So you can usually get in a pretty good string of hits when you hit him, or when you're doing that. Otherwise, you can just, if you want to be really safe, you just hit him twice or so and then run away, and he'll drop aggro and start pacing again. But I feel like that is probably one of the safer ways to deal with him if you don't want to be particularly cheesy in the way that you fight him. Because you can shoot him with bows, he won't know where you are. And like I was doing, I was wearing the Thief's Ring, so he didn't even know he drops aggro on you really quick with that ring. And then this, as I was saying earlier, the Storm King is like built up to be this like deific thing that is summoned by the storm worshippers, but at the same time this creature is like weird, different from how they described him. All these creatures get off on causing they just seem to love the idea of causing pain for themselves. By shooting barbed spears out of their bodies. And it's especially more noticeable on the Storm King himself, because his are barbed, and his have like a trail of blood following them, which is kind of nasty. And then I'm not using my bow, so I'm just going to use the Storm Ruler. Can I can not take the gloves off. You do more damage two-handing it for some reason. This weapon has no stats whatsoever required to use it, but you do more damage when you're two-handing it. I'm gonna get a lot. What I thought was a lot was only 3. Quit it, guys. Seriously. I'm trying to hit you guys. Just stand still for about 20 seconds while I charge my beam. Damn, dudes. You guys are assholes. Okay, he should be coming around now. I've killed enough of them. You have to kill like 5 or 6 of these guys to get him to come down and start attacking you. Because he doesn't like it when you hit his children. Only he can. Only he's allowed to do that. Yeah, there he is. Just stand here. Like I said, blood everywhere. He just has somewhat. He literally just shoots them out of his body. These guys drop Cloudstone, which is the most useless upgrade material in the entire game. It is literally used to upgrade like 2 shields. I thought it was so weird that they thought, hey guys, you want to put in an upgrade material used exclusively for shields? Sounds good, put it in there. This game's gonna fail. It's gonna be a terrible game, and nobody's gonna buy it. Nobody's even gonna notice. I literally think that's what some of the ideas were put in this game for. They put them in there just to see if anybody would notice them. Almost thought I got stuck in debris. Almost makes me wonder if the animation canceling is intentional, with how weird some of these mechanics are. Like almost like the messaging system. It's like I'm kind of wondering if people were supposed to notice that by FromSoft's logic. Like, hey, these messages here aren't written by developers. They didn't want you to notice that. They just keep playing the game. They buried the messages in the menu too, so it makes it even harder for you to even notice. Like, you have to hold the X button down. He didn't have much. Yeah, exactly. They didn't have very much faith in the game when they made it. That was why Hidetaka Miyazaki was able to take direction of the game so easily, because the game was doomed to fail when it was being developed originally. But then he figured out, since nobody was going to do anything with it, he tried. This was the game where he experimented. More Cloudstone! Yay! And I also find a lot of the things in this game to be really charming with how unconventional they are. Like, for example, normally the player is expected to be safe when it comes to not losing NPCs, but at the same time, this game, your NPCs, your vendors die. They can die. You can kill them pretty easily. And then the same goes for... Normally, the player is expected to kill bosses, but you can have one boss just straight up kill themselves. And then normally what's supposed to be hidden from the player can be revealed by somebody else that's playing the game at the same time. Well, yeah, for the most part, it was intended to be like a spiritual successor to Kingsfield, up to and including the original director and creator of Kingsfield series, Natoshi Zen. He is involved with this. He was involved with this game. He was the supervising director, similar to. It was a role similar to Hidetaka Miyazaki's role, but at the same time, yeah. I don't think Natoshi Zen has been involved with many FromSoft games since then. Otherwise, I think they would have made another Kingsfield too. Because if I remembered correctly, the reason FromSoft doesn't do another Kingsfield series is because they would want him to be involved, and he doesn't even do anything with the game. Okay, so I got a lot of souls now, and pretty much I go through that area first because it is the fastest area to go through for me. Huh. She appeared there again. That was kind of weird. I wasn't expecting that.
Soul of the mind, key to life's ether. Soul of the lost, withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength
Now I can
plant
actually start
so
giving
the world
myself
might be mended.
strength and stuff.
So the world might be mended.
It's beautiful.
Without
Yeah, like, I looked into how well the game is sold. The game has sold roughly 2 million units since last month. Like, there's a website you can follow just to figure out how successful a game was based on its sales figures. I don't think the website actually takes into account PSN copies, though. But it's cool to know that that game sold really, really well, especially for a PlayStation 3 game, roughly 2 years after the console had launched. Alright, so I got enough of everything. I think I can go deal with Flame Lurker now. I guess I'll kill Flame Lurker. I don't know. I always feel so worried when I fight Flame Lurker. He's not a particularly dangerous boss for me, but he can still kill me every now and again. Heck, I might have more trouble getting to him than I do killing him. But I think I should be fine. Heck, I could probably upgrade my shield. I've been collecting so much material. I could probably have gone to World 5 and got the cat ring too, so I don't have to worry about wasting healing dropping down to him. Especially because I have trouble. There's an area down here that I'm inconsistent with to getting to. Like this here, for example, sometimes your character will just bounce right off of these bear bug rocks and just die and fall all the way to the bottom. But if you hug the wall, I guess, and roll, you can usually break them so that way you can get a foothold. Okay, I got heals. I got plenty of heals now. Because like I said, if you go to the right areas in the right order, you can get a lot of healing really quickly. There was nothing in the other areas that I could think of that I really, really needed. Because, like I said, once I get here, all the clear stone that I need is behind this fog wall. Depending whether or not the crystal lizard wants to give me a pure stone. Alright, so let's just give myself the really good grass so I don't have to worry so much. It's also, the way I usually fight him is I don't lock on to him. Locking on, when you lock on in this game, you reduce your mobility. Now, lock on works pretty well against some dudes, but not him specifically. For me, that is. I always want to say that the way I fight is not necessarily the best way. If you know a better way, you know a better way. I call him Lame Lurker, really. I like the name scheme. Flame Lurker, more like a Lame Lurker. Huh? Am I right, guys? Yeah, like, just look at that damage. Now he's gonna be really pissed because I hit him a bunch. Like, so pissed that he just gets really, really hot. And he's dead. Wow. Okay. I didn't even have to do anything fancy. I didn't even give myself a water veil, and I didn't even wear a fire defense ring. That's great. Or bad, depending on your point of view. Wait, that was... Oh, no, I was thinking of Dragonstone. I thought that was a clear stone. Turns out it was Dragonstone. Evil damage. You call him Fire Lurker because it's funny. I need to think of better ways of making fun of his name. Like, for example, when I fight our Maiden Astraea and Garland Vinland, I call them Maiden Ashtray, and Garlic Vinegar. I learned that from another streamer, though, so I can't exactly take credit for that. But I think I should be fine if I just use these. What ascension path is this? It's just, this is just clear stone, so quality build. Hide. Did he see me? No, he didn't. Okay. The time it takes for him to scream is usually enough time for you to get hidden. But the problem is this next one is very hard to do that. Because for some reason they made... There's a bit of debris that covers the rock, that covers the path, but he can still see you through this debris. I think so. Yeah. Yeah, he saw me. That's what I figured. So the time it takes him to remove his hand, he saw me again. But he can't seem to hit behind this. I should be fine. Yeah, I should be fine. You usually moon-winged spear? Yeah, the Keylage is my favorite weapon. It has such an unbelievably good move set. I love this thing. It's like a beefed up scimitar, for all it's worth. Because like Demon Souls has like a variety of weapons. The problem is that a lot of the weapons have all the same movesets. Like every single scimitar and every single curved sword in this game has the same moveset. Not so much so with the straight swords. The straight swords have a bit of a variety with their movesets. Actually, no, they don't really. Most of the, yeah, going back to what I said, weapon has very same movesets. Also, a lot of the weapons just straight up don't feel like they have as much impact as they should. It feels like I should be, you know, like staggering dudes really crazy quick with this weapon, but sometimes I don't. And that's just because, like, the game overall is very floaty with its animations. Like, they're really unfinished. Mini Murakumo? Yeah, that's the best way to describe it. I thought it was a mini Murakumo, too. There's a weapon in here, a boss weapon, called the Large Sword of Searching, and that is probably the most Murakumo that I can think of a weapon in this game. But the problem is the weapon has the same moveset as a scimitar. So you're like swinging this giant-ass sword around like it's a scimitar. And it really is jarring, to say the least. And then, of course, in the time it has taken me to talk about this, I've already downed this dude. I think I can... Yeah, I'll drop down here, get the soul, and then kill him. There's nothing dangerous about him except his breath. So just swipe once. You can shoot him in the face with a bow, too. I liked that mechanic about this. It's really funny, to say the least, that you can... There's so many things you can do with this guy. Also, when you reload the area,